Hi, good afternoon. Happy Mother's Day again. I'm actually on here because I've been just dying to actually talk about this. Some of the byproducts really of surviving narcissistic abuse. I am dead tired because I've been working every single day for the last whatever, but this is by choice. I'm really enjoying it because it's quite the adventure. Amongst other things, like being on my feet all the time because I ain't got no car, and LA, you're supposed to have a car. But the topic that I'm actually here to talk about is how being a survivor of narcissistic abuse sets you up for becoming limerent on people. And it's not because of anything that's particularly healthy, as we know. These are coping adaptations that are really geared towards trying to avoid reality is the reality of it all. Trying to keep people emotionally distant because you don't really actually want or need or feel the desire to actually let anybody close to you again. So what you do is you basically dissociate. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I know, because I've done this myself. It's kept me safe because that's a nice bike. I've dealt with the after effects of being completely outside of myself, being a shell of my former self, not knowing where I began and other people started, and all of the other negative things like low self-esteem, being disconnected. There was really a disconnect between myself and my body. So what would happen, what actually happened to me, it was probably around 2017 is when I had my last narcissistic experience, in terms of romantic relationships, but continued on with the song and dance and friendships that I needed to long ago let go of. And one of the things that happened with that is that it actually occurred in 2015, but I had this whole fantasy world of not reality, of being attached to this person in a really unhealthy way, but I didn't want to be with this person. I wasn't attracted to this person. I just needed something to just focus that energy on because I didn't have the ability to connect with anybody at that time. It was before you get a root canal, your nerves are exposed and you have this sensitivity to everything that touches that area where that root needs to be scraped. And so I touched this person, and this person played into the whole limerent thing because it was a huge ego boost. Who wouldn't like the attention? But I didn't really want the person. I just wanted the idea of the thing so that I wouldn't have to deal with my life, so that I didn't have to deal with actually really connecting with people, being vulnerable, and be in this disassociation because it felt safe. It was zero stakes. And because narcissists are really good at keeping you on your toes and keeping you off balanced, by playing hot and cold and gaslighting you and really using your empathy and relational reality to twist and ascribe things to you that are not at all you, it makes it easier for you to fall into this because you don't know what the hell is reality anyway. So it's easier to go into this fantasy world, so you're kind of there and you're in control. And what you learn is you kind of get some of the negative, I love that sound of the bell. I'm sorry, you guys, but you get some of the negative effects of the again, narcissistic fleas. You become super controlling, and that was one way that I felt like I could control the outcome of things. And then also, I had a really hard time trusting people. So I was going to cut you off real quick. I was as soon as you showed me 45 red flags, at least I was reasonable in cutting people out. But as soon as you showed me 45 red flags, I was out. And then eventually it went over to friendships because I realized that not all friendships are equal, and I deserve better friends. I deserve better relationships. Now, the best thing that narcissism, being in a narcissistic relationship ever did for me was bring me closer to God. That is the best thing ever because I don't need anybody to fill in the gaps in my life. And I experience joy, and that joy doesn't come from people. It comes from God, knowing Jesus. And so the narcissist actually ended up just kicking me over to God. And so now I have been happily single for almost the last 10 years, and that's where I'm going to remain because I have no desire. I don't even think I have the capacity to even entertain a person. I just don't have, I just don't feel that anymore. I just feel my life is I feel just content and happy just knowing that I have everything in my life that I need right now. Because I've been doing the work, and it's just been beautiful, and I have so much time to pursue these projects, these goals, these dreams. the things that God's like, hey, this is where I want you to go right now, because this right here, this is how you can be a benefit for my purpose and my will, because that's what I made you for. And I ain't saying I'm perfect or anything like that, but like this whole LGBTQIA, whatever, WNOPXXXYYYYY community that I had indulged in for a long time, I don't even feel that anymore either. I don't even think I'm a part of that community anymore, because I just don't align with those values. But I gotta go back. I'm wishing you guys all a happy Mother's Day. Like, I also like to send a shout out to my own mother, who passed away in 2003, many moons ago. But she is my mother, and I will forever love and honor her. And God bless you guys. I hope you guys are enjoying your mothers, your families, your children, your fur babies, your plants. All is full of love, hopefully. This is a wonderful Sunday, and this is, of course, the day that the Lord has made. Look, I'm gonna walk a little bit backwards because I see myself in the reflection. It is what it is. Ciao. This is what people are doing in LA right now. I'm in Hollywood. So they have the Hollywood City Tours. And the sky has never been any more beautiful than it is now. Ah, look at all this anxiety happening out here in the ethers of old Hollywood. So look, I'm going to zoom into this because we're going to pan out, pan in, pan out, pan in, pan out. I think I left edit so 20 minutes. And I'm coming back, and then I'm going home after this. But yeah, I just thought I would take you on my walk back to where I'm going. This place is what do you call it? A franchise. And a lot of the locations, like in my neck of the woods, like in the other part of LA, like Long Beach, those locations have closed. But it's nice to see that there's a prominent one here in Hollywood. And yeah, I look forward to being off in less than an hour to enjoy celebrating and honoring my mother, Drusilla Elaine Williams. And she was born in 1964. Check this out. God is good.